Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we have an update on Project Locksmith truck here, which I'm leaning towards. We got to pick a name at some point in time, and we're thinking something along beast mode, something like that. Anyways, check it out. We got a lot of prep done today. So inside, outside, I have to do all the prep on this all on my own. So all the drawers are taken out, everything in here has all been hit, floor, ceiling, everything, and that's why we decided to go with the Line-X. That was my number one reason, is because look right here. We have rust issues that go right through. The only thing that's going to solve that and help take care of that is if we just truck bed liner it. Then it's going to kind of hold everything together, seal out those spots, and it's not going to matter. My prep doesn't have to be perfect. We're not spraying this with an automotive paint. We're going to be spraying it with something that's going to cover up all the boo-boos. So check it out. Lots of work. Probably at least 2.5 hours of solid grinder and wire brush. Whew, that sucker's still really hot. Had to go get a new grinder every single time I use one of these yellow tools. The damn thing breaks. So we were just doing the testing and cutting off the ladder rack with that, which I had to finish today too. And the freaking tool breaks. So it is what it is. But having pretty good luck with this. It continued to cut that off. I did more testing with the diamond wheel and ran this brush for seriously probably 2.5 hours today, and it held up well. It was so hot I could barely hold on to it with gloves on, you know, it just did its thing all day long. So I knew I was putting it under a heck of a load, and it did well. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Wayne with Tri-County Locksmith, and today we are taking the heat gun challenge. I went ahead and had this power inverter professionally installed. It was just easier for me. It was easier for everybody. And the way that we were going to have this one put in here, I just wanted them to run it. So that's pretty much what we got going on. The other nice thing is too, is if you're on a budget, I've done several videos on how to install your power inverter and make sure that you get the most power out of it, okay? Having a backup battery is going to be essential if you're running a long amount of wire between the battery and the actual inverter itself. So this time, the last one I did, we did a 1500 watt power inverter with dual amp hour, 74 amp hour batteries. This one, I let the installer, the pros, do it, okay? This one has dual O gauge wire, positive and negative, to and from the battery. And because of the location that I've chosen, it's close enough to the battery. Number one, this truck uses dual batteries already. So we've got 2 batteries no matter what. So we've got double the cranking amps for this big diesel engine. So we're already dual battery. And we've got a very powerful alternator in the vehicle as well. And so I think we're going to be just fine. As well, the positioning of this is close enough to the batteries that we didn't have to run that much wire, so we don't need a secondary battery. The only reason you need a secondary battery is to take that shock load and to help the vehicle, or help the vehicle battery and the power inverter battery stabilize, and for it to take that shock. Because we're already dual batteries and we're very close, we don't need that in this particular situation. That's kind of why I chose the mounting location. So the mounting location is going to be right here. We got a 3000 watt power inverter. You can see they ran the wires right up through here, okay? Dual O gauge in and out on the back. We've got 3000 Traveler 3000 watt power inverter, and we're going to do the heat gun challenge, okay? So this is how you test whether your power inverter is going to be able to hold up and do the work or not, okay? So we've got heat gun, This is going to draw the most amps out of just about anything you can put on here. So if I can run this at full bore, then you're going to be just fine. You're going to be able to run pretty much anything that you want to run. So I'm going to turn this on right there, okay? And then should be able to crank this thing up. You see the red dots right here? That's it. That's as high as it goes, okay? So we're not hearing any squealing, we're not hearing any whining, we're not hearing anything out of the power inverter. That means, and that's definitely searing hot coming out of there, that you're gonna be able to run pretty much anything you want. This is 1500 watts and 60 Hz at 120 volts. So this is gonna suck the power right out of this stuff. So I'll be able to run even the 1500 watt. This was a power inverter that we installed. It ran this, but it did dim the lights a little bit. So I'm gonna be able to plug everything I want to in here. And once we're switched over to 110, now, because the power inverter is close to the battery and has all the power that it needs, 12 volt doesn't like to travel through wires. That's why you gotta have the big wire. Now I can run my 110 volt back there, and I can spread it out however I want to. We'll just run a surge protector to the back to keep it safe. And then we'll be able to run whatever we want back there. We can have extension cords, we got air compressors, vacuums, key machines, lights. We got all kinds of cool stuff planned for the back, but this is how we're getting the power to it. I also like it because my pitting station is actually going to be right over here. Alrighty guys, we just got teared in and weighed, so we're looking at about 9,900 pounds, so pretty much 5 tons just about rolling around out there. It's fully loaded down, beast mode's finally loaded up, ready to go, and we're gonna do a test to see how fast we can accelerate and get onto the interstate, and just show how the vehicle handles a little bit, and how, you know, a full truck, 1-ton truck diesel handles that weight so much differently than a van does of equivalent stature. So we're pulled over right now. We're pulled off to the side. That's why the camera's on. It's going to stay in the pulling holder, and we'll accelerate and go and see what we can do. So far I've been able to make it to 75, which is the speed limit on the interstate, before I hit the actual interstate. So on the on-ramp, oh yeah, this truck just loves power. I mean, it just, the weight doesn't bother it. There's 45, 4th gear, 5th gear. There's 55, there's 60, and 65, 75, and we are now on the interstate. Just at the same time that the interstate meets or the on-ramp meets the interstate, you're already doing the speed limit. So the truck can handle it. It's got the power to pull. You throw a trailer on here, you load it down, you know, to maximum capacity. It just doesn't really matter. It just takes it, no matter what you do to it. And the same with slowing it down too. A lot of people don't realize that, you know, if you're running a 250, that was one of the main issues that I had with the 250 van, was, you know, you could, it would push the weight around, obviously a lot slower, but getting things stopped is also an issue. So, you know, just a safety tip, make sure that you read your governed weight rating, your GVW, in the side of your door. It's in the side panel of your driver's side door. It's going to tell you what the vehicle's going to tear in at, and it's going to tell you what the vehicle, like what it weighs, you know, from the factory without anything on it, and then it's going to tell you the maximum weight that the vehicle is designed to handle safely. So take that safety tip, get your van, run across the gravel pit, or go to the dump or whatever, haul a load off to the dump, and get a weight on your vehicle, and it's going to save you. If you get into an accident and it's found to be your fault, and they have an attorney that's really smart, and they check out your they check out the weight of your van, and you're overloaded, that's a liability. That is your fault, and you can be held accountable for that, or your company could, as a fault. So stay safe, stay out there, and have fun, guys. Thanks for watching. You can see my painting station right over here, and there's a bunch of crap in the way right now, but yeah, so I'll be able to turn this on and off into cab and have my power right here and now. You also notice we got some tunes. Old radio was not cutting it, so we had to update that. Got to have my Sirius XM to get through the day, get through the hard, the cold, the heat, everything else. So we got a Kenwood, whatever they put in there. I just told them to put something decent in there, and I'm good to go. They did a nice clean installation. Got a aux and a USB right there too. So all cool stuff. All getting ready to really throw this thing into overdrive and let us get our job done. Thanks for watching. Wayne's Lock Shop. We strive to be the leading resource in tips, tricks, and educational videos for locksmiths. Videos are added every week on topics ranging from rekeying high security locks to marketing your locksmith business and everything in between. Safe openings, car openings, installation tool reviews, and bypass methods are all plentiful on this secure website built by and for locksmiths. If you are a locksmith and want an inexpensive resource that will prove invaluable to you and your business, then Wayne's Lock Shop is the place for you. Please sign up today at wayneslockshop.com.